Welcome, everybody, to another episode of How to Scale an Agency. I'm going to be talking about my top 5 growth hacks that have helped me grow my community to tens of thousands of people, tens of thousands of agencies. From what we can tell, there's kind of hard to count sometimes because you got all these people on Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube and podcasts, everything. But we're estimating it's at least 10,000 agencies from the looks of it, either the freelancers or otherwise. What we've done to grow that so far and what you could do to implement the exact same strategy for your business. So very first thing is to launch a sales cast. Now, if you don't know what that phrase is, it basically means you invite people onto a podcast and you don't have a sales pitch in that email that you send out to people. All you really do is you're basically just saying, hey, I'd love to have you on the show. We really like your business. We'd love to get you guys on. Then what you do is at the end of the actual calendar or the Calendly that you use for them to book, they indicate whether or not they want to spend 15 minutes at the end of the interview learning about our service. And surprisingly, a lot of people say yes to that. And when you find a lead magnet like this, you never run out of opportunities to talk to people because you can get an infinite supply, essentially, of these meetings and a much higher ratio of people will say yes. So for instance, if I send a message out to 100 people saying, would you like to be on my podcast? And 50% of them say yes. And of that 50%, let's say another 50%, just make it easy math, another 50% also say that they're interested in the meeting. Now, out of those 100 people, I have 25 people interested in learning about my service. That's dramatically higher than the typical 1 to 2 out of 100 rate of just sending spam to people and hoping that they're going to book a consultation with you. So you need to have something really valuable. That's my first thing. Salescast, it's a great opportunity, huge option right now. Plus, you go viral. I mean, imagine every single one of your sales meetings getting more and more traction and virality every single month, week, year. Pretty cool, huh? That's the first thing. Second thing is rotate your evergreen offers in the form of giveaways online. What I mean by this is once you've identified what 4 or 5 free things that people want from you, meaning it's like for me, it's my email marketing scripts, my webinars, my guides, right? Once you figure out what people want from you, keep switching up the actual offers online when you put a giveaway out there and just have different copy and just rotate the same thing, but you can have a different asset, but just keep milking the exact same 4 pillars. So for instance, I might 1 month launch a giveaway for my email templates. Then next month, I might launch a giveaway for my cold calling scripts, right? The idea is that you could just rotate it with different copy towards the same exact lead page and then basically just get them to convert in the same fashion to sign up for your email list. So that is my second tip is don't try to overthink it. Just find something people want and then just rotate the same thing with a different asset every single time. That's step number 2. Third thing is I decided to create my own referral system with my Twiz SaaS product that I built, as opposed to using the other tools like Rewardful and other types of models out there. The reason why is not because they're bad. They just didn't suit my needs exactly. Now, I'll tell you why. Now, every single person that works with me, I give a unique code that they can use that the person they refer over can use. And if they enter the code in the calendar that I have, then they get a discount. Now, the reason that works is because it's easier to track than people putting in different, because if somebody let's say Johnny is the person who referred Fred over to your business, right? If they misspell Johnny's name or they don't actually know Johnny's full name or something like that, then it's really difficult to track. Then you go talk to Johnny and say, hey, did this person refer you over? All this stuff. But what you could do as a little growth hack is you could say, okay, the typical price of our service is $5,000 per month. But since you were referred by Johnny, then you're going to get 20% off our service, right? Now, it creates a huge incentive for them to use the code correctly, because if they don't use the code, then they're not going to get the discount. So they really want to use the code. And it makes it easier to track for the people who are actually your affiliates. And doing it this way is much more sustainable than these other tools because it's cheap. You don't have to pay anything. And secondly, it's more moldable. You can get different kinds of offers and things, and people just come through. They put the code in. You just do a Google Sheet formula where, I mean, if anybody wants me to do a video on this, I can do that. Just comment below and I'll make a video on it. But basically, or just email me, lucas@twiz.io, if you're listening to the podcast. But the idea is you want to basically use that, do a Google Sheet function where you find every single item with that code, and then you pay out the commission based on that. Super simple. I built a software to automate this for myself, and I eventually will make it public for everyone else. But for now, you could just do it through Google Sheets. You don't need anything super complex. The fourth thing is I decided to start giving free accounts to people and create insane incentives for them to upgrade. So for instance, on the free account, anybody can sign up and we can start sending referrals over them, and we do. The thing is, though, on the free account, they only get the leads that everyone else has passed on. Or they could spend the $97 per month to upgrade to the paid plan, and then they don't have to spend the money on the free. Then that's all they get, right? And there's also a 30-day money back guarantee. So the point is that you use the free account to get them to upgrade to the paid account, and you can still deliver value on that free account. So that way everyone's still happy. But they know psychologically there's a natural reason for them to want to upgrade to the higher tier. And if you could structure something like that, whether it's through a course or university or something, it doesn't need to be a software. You can give people value for free that makes it so obvious for them to want to upgrade. You're going to get way more business that way. So that's number 4. The fifth thing and the final growth hack for this year that's been really helpful for me so far is having everybody that I have in my community inside a private Slack channel. By having this, it just creates so much more network effect than it would have otherwise. And I get so much more benefit from this than other kinds of mechanisms like an email newsletter alone, or even just social alone. So I recommend you build a community, you become the community leader, or you get multiple people to be the community leader, which is ultimately the better way of doing it, because then it's not reliant on you. It's a full system, right? Which is better in the long run. Get something like that going, and you can grow a lot faster this year. So these are the top growth hacks that have been helpful for me. I hope they've been valuable for you. If you have any questions or you want me to talk about a certain kind of topic related to growing your agency, just let me know, and I'll make a video or a podcast or some form of content around it. I got a lot queued up for y'all since you've made these recommendations, or just shoot me an email, lucas@twiz.io. I'm happy to talk to you more about this. Thanks y'all for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, share with anybody you think would find it valuable. We're just trying to get this out to as many agencies as possible. Peace.